Hi, Leanne. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm very good, thank you.
Wonderful. Really, really pleased to have you here on Level Up TV and excited to introduce you to the viewers as part of our Meet the Host segment. Would you like to share a little bit more about yourself so people can get to know you a little better and how it is that you've come to be where you're at, what your passions are, and what's gotten you to this point?
Absolutely. So first of all, I'm a mum of 4 children, and they are definitely both my motivation and passion and inspiration in terms of what I do now in the world. For the last 5 years, I've been working as a spiritual coach with women on a one-to-one basis, and I've really just discovered there's so many women who are afraid to speak their truth, to speak their voice. So that's led me to do what I do now. So I've founded the Everyday Goddess Revolution, and it's basically a platform and a community for women to feel value in their words and to feel safe and secure and to express themselves and to share their truth. Because I think that when we recognize the truth of who we are inside, and when we come to terms with our relative truth and we're comfortable with that and we are living in integrity and in line with that, just such transformation happens in our life. So that's where my focus is now, creating a community and creating resources and a platform for women, all women, every woman out there, to be able to freely express and feel value in what they've got to share with one another, to inspire, but also to be inspired.
Wonderful. So, when did this journey begin for you? So, at what point did you recognize that this is what you wanted to do?
It, I think my journey began about 5 years ago, and I had, at the time, my husband was going through some mental health issues, and he had a complete breakdown, and that put a lot of pressure on me because obviously I had 4 children. My youngest children were just infants then. One was a newborn, and seeing the struggle that he went through, and then also having to kind of carry that on my own shoulders and then watch my children carry it on their shoulders, because unfortunately, as much as you try and shield the children, everybody's impacted when somebody's not feeling 100% themselves. And it was in that moment that I began to explore how I could live with a little bit more balance and live with less anxiety in my own life. And I started a Facebook group, and I invited some friends, and I started to learn different modalities, NLP, CBT therapy, for my own benefit, really. And actually to try and help my husband, not to start a profession of any kind. But the Facebook group just took off so quickly, and then people were reaching out to me asking if they could talk to me one-to-one. And it's just spiraled from there, really. It's I've literally shifted completely. I've been self-employed for many years, but in the last 5 years, I've really done a pivot and shifted, and I really feel like I'm living my true purpose now.
Wonderful. And do you can you share a little bit more about what it is that you'll be covering in the show?
Yeah. So we launched our book yesterday, Living Life Goddess Powered, and my whole ethos is when the Chinese proverb of when sleeping women wake, mountains move. And what my passion is for women to recognize the goddess within. And that's not it is in a spiritual sense, but it's in a more everyday sense. So even though our life might not be the way that we want it to be right now, we might not be feeling the way, we might not be looking the way we want to feel right now, that still doesn't detract or take away from the fact that we are a goddess within. So I'm going to be sharing how you can unravel how you feel about yourself right now, and how you can begin to step into how you'd like to feel moving forward, and really kind of embracing the truth of who you are and freeing your voice and feeling that you can express yourself and create a life that's really kind of aligned with your heart and what's meant for you. So my path completely shifted, and I went from being self-employed and just doing things that I felt would bring money in, to being self-employed, living my purpose. And we can all do that. And it's a case of shifting our understanding of who we are at our core, and then embracing that and having that daily principle in our lives. So that's what I'll be sharing with everybody, awakening all of the goddesses around the world.
Wonderful. Well, really, really looking forward to it. And I'm sure the viewers are too. So excited to see some of the content that you have. Will you be interviewing other people as well? Or what is the format of the show going to be?
Absolutely. So obviously in my heart it lies to, personally from my own experience, I felt like my voice didn't mean anything. So I want to bring guests to this platform that perhaps aren't already in the limelight at the moment, or they don't feel that they've achieved some level of success. I want to bring them and interview them and give them the opportunity to feel that their words are of value. So it's going to be guest interviews, and also we've got a collective. So the Everyday Goddess is a collective of currently 30 coaches, mentors and change makers, females around the world, and we'll be bringing them into the shows as well, because they've got wonderful wisdom to share with everybody.
Well, really looking forward to it, and thank you so much for speaking with us today, and super excited to see what comes next.
Thank you. Can't wait.
Take care, Leanne, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much.